they certainly punished us for that.
Yeah, I think we played really well today. The game was fantastic from us. I think we deserved the result at the end. Newcastle have a really good team. They play well. They have good players. But I think we deserve winning today.
Yes, I think they certainly did. Not a great day for your side, Alan, but a terrific response from Manchester United after the debacle of a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, first of all, with Newcastle, really disappointed. It was a poor performance. I thought the set-up to soak up the pressure, they got the goal, and then they just went back and sat back. Couldn't get anyone the ball, kept knocking it long. Ball kept coming back into them, and I thought they were really, really poor. From a Manchester United point of view, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer deserves credit for changing the team. That team had to be changed after the last performance that they had. They did that, and they played very, very well, and they absolutely battered Newcastle. I thought they dominated possession, and Mata and Fernandes I thought were so clever because they just went and stood in those little pockets in the holes in front of Newcastle's back four, and Newcastle couldn't handle that. They gave the goal. That one was offside. They were just too good on the ball. They showed a lot of creativity, everything Newcastle didn't have, and brilliant ball in for Harry Maguire from Mata. Maguire to get his goal. But those two on the ball, if you give them the amount of time that Newcastle gave them, then they're going to punish you and cause you problems all evening as they did that. This was the penalty. I thought it was a bit harsh, I thought, but it was those two that started it off. The one player that deserves credit in Newcastle's team, I thought, was Darlow, because he kept the score down. But again, look at those two, kept on getting and running and never gave up into Newcastle's defence. Another good save. Rashford, who I thought was excellent as well, 1 goal and 2 assists. I mean, what a team goal this is. I talked about the speed of their play. He actually started that, the Fernandes, well into his own half, and look where he ends up. And it's just a magnificent finish. And again, for the pass for this one, the run, the spacing behind, the way to pass into Rashford, still a lot to do. And that's it, he gets his goal as well. And yeah, well done Ole Gunnar Solskjaer after that debacle with the last performance.
Yeah, good to see Harry Maguire coming through that as well. I mean, he's been through a difficult time, both on and off the pitch, obviously, we all know that. He hasn't hid, he hasn't wanted the rest that people said he should perhaps have. He's responded like a leader.
To be fair, I was one of the people that saying maybe it would be a time to maybe just take him out to let him have a little rest or something. But he's probably said, no. I want to play. And to be fair, he's done brilliantly today.
Did you ever want to rest when you had a run with 3 or 4 games without a goal?
No, I didn't want to rest. No, I didn't want. I actually didn't want to rest. He wanted to try and get it sorted, and I'm sure that's what he wanted to do, and he's done it.
Yeah,
he's done it.
Yeah, it was a good moment for him. 4 more games on Match of the Day 2.
Faith in Harry Maguire. Did he return that faith tonight with this performance?
I thought he was excellent. I think, of course, he scores a goal and he leads by example. He's always a very, very good character around the place, and very, very happy for him because he's had a couple of difficult weeks since last game for us.
Yeah, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer looking hugely relieved. You could see that from his body language, as no doubt would be Harry Maguire. You talked about the last few days for the Manchester United captain. And to be making the headlines to equalise and start, of course, the comeback itself will have been priceless for him.
Yeah, and to be fair, in the game, in open play, he had some awkward moments. Callum Wilson made it difficult for him, but this is where you can build a bit of confidence, you know, get good delivery, and he attacks the ball so well, doesn't he, Tony?
No, he's very aggressive in the air for set plays. Third of all goals come from set plays, and it's Harry Maguire again, you know, and I think he's a type of player that's going to get a lot of goals in his career from there. You know, I was disappointed, and I think Steve Bruce would be disappointed with Fernandes that lost him from that. You know, it's an important part of Newcastle's game plan is their set plays, so I'd be very disappointed with that, but well done, Harry.
Yeah, and Tony, on that, how much credit does Solskjaer deserve to keep with him in the 11?
I don't think you've got a choice, to be honest with you. He's a type of character, I think, before the game started, he said, look, he's a kind of character that needs to be out there to prove in his worth, and I don't think he needed to be at home watching that game. No. He needed to get out there. And we've said it, I've said it, Owen said it, I think his overall performance wasn't that great, you know. He made 3 mistakes on the trot once, you know, deep into the first half, and you're like, got through it, and the team did the business for him.
Oh, and what it does do is, of course, it gives them back that winning feeling. 4 goals clearly is no mean feat in the Premier League, especially as they enter what is a crucial stage, not just with Premier League games on the horizon, but also Champions League as well.
Yeah, they got PSG in the Champions League on Tuesday, then they got Chelsea, and then they got Leipzig. You know, so they are incredibly difficult fixtures. It's a tough month for Ole Gunnar. So I thought today, winning and building a bit of confidence, you know, Pogba having a bit of a good spell, it's huge. And obviously Cavani can come into the side. That's going to make a difference. Hopefully Martial can get fit. But I think defensively, that's where they need to build a bit more confidence. I think going forward, we know, you know, out of nowhere they can explode. But defensively, we saw today the same back four that conceded all those goals conceded another poor one to start the game.
As far as Newcastle United were concerned, those late flurry of goals.
Manchester United deserved winners, but what about the penalty? Dermot is back with us. Dermot, is this really a clear and obvious error from Craig Pawson on the field not to give a penalty first time?
I didn't think it was a penalty when I first saw it, Mark. I think, A, I thought Rashford had overrun the ball, and B, I thought there was, you see here, as he goes, Jamal Lewis comes in, I think there's minimal contact. There is contact, but it's minimal. Craig's got a brilliant position, if you look where he is, and he just turns away. I didn't expect it to be given. What I will say, you know, in defence of the situation is, I do like the fact they've sent the referee over. You know, rather than the VAR just say, yeah, overrule it, give a penalty, sent him over. He's had a look at it. He's taken ownership of the decision, and he's decided, seeing that, he's going to give a penalty.
Dermot, every time it feels this season they go over to the referee review area, they do give the decision, don't they? I can't remember a situation where the ref gone, no, I've had a look at it, I am happy with my original decision.
Yeah, I accept that, Mark, but I try to look positively at everything. You know, as I said at the start, for me it wasn't a penalty. You know, in defence of Craig, he has been sent over, he's looked at it, he took his time, he didn't make a rash decision, he's looked at it a few times, he's gone with a penalty. I was surprised he did, but, you know, as I say, he has taken ownership of it. It sits better with me, even though I think it's wrong that the referee has made that decision.
Dermot, is it not the trouble with the screen that, as a referee, you must rely a lot on your gut instinct of when you see something real time? And I think, I agree with you that he's made the right call on the real time with his gut instinct, and going to the screen can actually cloud that moment of clarity that he has actually on the pitch.
I think that's a very, very good analysis of it, Darren, honestly, because what happens is, when I was a referee, that's right, 95% of your decisions were gut instinct. Only 5% would you go back and change, but this has fallen into his 5%. I think, again, as you say, sometimes the more you watch things, the more it clouds your judgment. But I still think that it's better to send the referee over for a decision like that rather than say to the referee, you know, I think you should change your mind.
Yeah. Dermot, thank you very much indeed for that. With that sort of expertise, you should be a referee. You're wasted here.
I could easily do that, no problem. There's a second career for me.
When you saw it in real time, you did say there might be some contact between Jamal Lewis and Rashford. That doesn't mean it's necessarily a penalty still. The contact was pretty minimal, it felt like.
Well, it was minimal, but even if it was a little bit more than minimal, he was on his way down anyway.
Yeah.
So for me, you can't give a penalty for that. If he was still upright and he was going at full power and then he gets smashed, it's a penalty. But because he's overrun it and then he's going down anyway, for me, that's not a penalty.
It's never been a penalty, in my opinion. It's just contact, it's coming together. It doesn't mean that it's a foul, a booking, a penalty, whatever the situation may be. You have to look at it objectively, and that's where the referee's instinct really does come into play.
Have Manchester United solved anything with that win?
I wouldn't say solved. I think it was a really strong fit. It surprised me that Pogba and Van der Beek didn't feature either from the start or sooner.
Yeah.
But I think they've shown, like Darren mentioned, that when they do get going, their attacking options and the pace they go at is absolutely world class. They've just got to be more consistent.
We might know more after the next 4 games. There's 2 tough games in the Champions League and 2 big London clubs at Old Trafford. We might know more on the evening of the 1st of November, whether this is a little revival or not.
Listen, it will certainly give them confidence going into that run, because as you said there, they've got some tough games there. But they would have hated to be going into that sort of run on the back of a loss today. Do you know what I mean? But they've gone in there, they've won convincingly. It could have been more. So it will give them real confidence. And we saw some big performances from some of their big players today as well.
The pressure was big today. You have to say that pressure was big on Solskjaer and Manchester United, and they answered that pressure.
OK, we'll take a break.
Get tired on my beat. Feel up.